Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. After I did that 38-kilometer day hike last time, I now really want to know how far I can actually walk in a day. So I've planned a 50-kilometer trail for today. It's a 50-kilometer loop trail through Hamburg. So this video is not going to be about scenic landscapes. It's going to be all about the challenge of hiking 50 kilometers in one day. And it's also not going to be about pretty weather, because today's weather it's awful. It's not raining now, so this is good. I think that's the best I can expect for today. It's forecast to snow and rain. I hope I'll be able to complete my trip in 10 hours, which would correspond to 5 kph. However, I have never walked this far. My record was the 38 kilometers, so this is 12 kilometers more. So if I finish this trip at all, I think I'll be proud. I think it will be a great challenge. I think it would be a tough challenge. Let me know in the comments if you think this is a hike or a walk, if you hike or walk through the city. The sun will rise at 7 a.m. and it will set at 7 p.m. I started out from home at 7 a.m. this morning, and since I've planned a loop trail, I will return back home at the end of my trip, which is pretty great. I have 8 hours of daylight, but it's overcast, so it will probably be mostly really dark. I'm in Speicherstadt right now, but I suppose you can't see that much. This is going to be a hike through the city, but I'll try to walk through as many green areas as I can. Today I'm going to be passing some world famous places, but I'm also going to walk through a lot of more unknown places. It's Saturday morning, it's November 27th. I'm really glad it's dry right now, and I hope it stays that way. Maybe I'm lucky. The weather is typical Hamburg weather in winter. So I've been waiting for good weather for weeks now. My last hike was, I think, it's been a month since my last hike. I was getting sick and tired of waiting for good weather, so I decided to just go through with this regardless of the weather. I don't want to stay inside all winter, so I decided maybe this is a good challenge for today. I'm heading to the harbor right now. I'm going to go to Landungsbrücken, and then I'll be heading north. I just reached kilometer 5 and I'm on time. It's 8 a.m. so I've walked an hour, and this is my 5 kilometers per hour I was going for. This is great. There's nobody around here, which is awesome. This place is usually really crowded, so it's kind of eerie, really. Hikes through beautiful landscapes aren't really an option right now. So yeah, today I'm going on this challenge, and I think it will be fun. Walking 50 kilometers seems like quite of a challenge. I really hope I can make it. I think I will. The question is just in what state I will be in when I reach home. At the end of my last hike, which was 38 kilometers, I felt alright. However, once I sat down, I really felt the exhaustion. So this was London-Spricken, and now I'm going to head north to Alster. It's starting to rain. Of course it is. But I'm not allowing this to let it drag me down. I'm in a good mood. And I'm so looking forward to this. I've been waiting for it for so long. I really hunger for this adventure. I've reached the first green spot. Hamburg has really a lot of these parks and green zones, which is awesome. This is Planten und Blumen, which is a park where I used to be quite a lot when I was at uni. As you can see, I've reached Alster, kilometer 10. It's 9:20, so I've slowed down quite a bit. I wanted to be here at 9. So I'm not sure why I slowed down, but I'm going to have to walk a bit faster now to make up for it. It really takes some getting used to film when there's so many people around. I'm not used to this. Well, not everyone is walking around with a camera in their hands and talking to it. I'm just ignoring the smiles and the grins and stares. This is awesome. Some really pretty houses here. Look at that. I've lived in Hamburg for 38 years and there are still some places I've never been before. For instance, here at the riverside of the river Alster. Although it's quite pretty. Today I've been actively looking for some places I've not been before. I want to see something new. It's not just the challenge. Of course, part of the adventure is seeing new things, seeing new places. If I do not get an adventure every now and then, even just a small one just like this, life seems to pass so fast. I don't want that. I want to live long, and in order to live longer, I'm going on these little adventures. 50 kilometers seems overwhelming, but I'll have done something that I've never done before, and this makes this Saturday a memorable day. So yesterday I was telling some friends I was going to hike a 50-kilometer trail through Hamburg, and the question that came up was, why? The answer is simple: because I think I can. And I want to know if this is true, if I can actually walk 50 kilometers in a day in 10 hours. I hope it's not going to be 11, but even if, this will get me closer to actually be fit enough to do some backpacking trips, maybe hiking long distances over several days. I have plans, people. The world is big and I want to see it. I prefer seeing it on foot because slowing down actually gets you to see all the details. Things you would normally not see from a car or from a bike. So I've been hiking on a regular basis for a little over a year. I started when all the lockdowns happened and the world went crazy last year. I just had to get away from everything and went into the forest. And it was perfect. I felt so great after that I did it again next weekend and then the next, and I steadily increased the distances that I hiked. And now I really miss hiking if I can't get to it, which is a problem in winter in Hamburg. It's not even going to be a winter wonderland probably. If it is, which is rare, it will be awesome, but I don't expect any snow. Maybe in February, maybe January, but it's rare to have a white Christmas in Hamburg. It's 3 degrees right now. It was forecast to snow, but of course it comes down as rain. Snow would have been nice, but the rain isn't too bad either right now because it's really a light rain and I don't get wet, so this rain is alright if it stays that way. I would love to go into the forest right now, but it's just going to be even darker and duller, and yeah. So I'm just doing something that I haven't done before, and so far it's been really fun. Kilometer 20. It's 11:10, so that means I walked a little over 5 kph for the past 10 kilometers. So I made up about 10 minutes of the time that I lost, but not all of it. But that's okay. That's actually a good speed for me, which is awesome. I hope I can hold it. Maybe I can speed up a bit even and make up the other 10 minutes that I lost. I didn't know there was this bog area in the middle of Hamburg. Look at this. It's a bog. Look at that. This is crazy. I haven't taken any breaks yet, and I probably won't for a while, but what I will be doing is having a little snack on the way. I just had something to drink and I'm ready to keep going. I didn't know this bog existed. It puzzles me. This is awesome. This is the Alster Wanderweg, the Alster hiking trail, by the way. It crosses the city here and follows the river Alster. The river Alster leads to the Alster Lake, which is what you saw earlier. "25 kilometers, so halfway." I just lost a couple of minutes. It's 12:17 now, and I think it's because the trail I was just walking on is a bit more difficult. It was covered with slippery leaves and it was more like a hiking trail in the forest. Maybe I can make it up later, but I don't know. Still, I'm really happy I made it halfway in a decent time. Let's keep going. This is Burg Henneberg, the only castle ruin in Hamburg, and it's not even a real one. It's a fake castle ruin built in the late 19th century. It's a replica of an actual castle somewhere else, but it's quite pretty. This castle ruin, this fake castle ruin, was actually another thing that I've never seen before, although living in Hamburg. Some more parks. I love Hamburg's parks. There's always a road nearby, but it's nice to have this. 30 kilometers. Well, it is 1:26, so I lost a couple of more minutes. My navigation led me into a dead end and I had to backtrack. So it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna keep going. The rain is really getting on my nerves right now, and it's actually beginning to turn into snow. Maybe it will turn into dry snow at some point. That would be great, because I think a couple of more hours of this and I'll be soaking wet. This coat isn't really waterproof. This is fun, but I'm not going to give up. I hope I don't have to backtrack again, but I think it's like a really wild path, but I think I'm on the right one. Nice. Or am I? Oh god. Oh, I think so. I have to get to the road somehow. It's not far, I can see it. I just have to get there. Seeing the road doesn't help. I mean, it does help. I know where to go, but I'm in Hamburg's north here. Fantastic. So there used to be a path here before all these trees came down. Well, it's sort of passable, so I'm not going to go back. I found the trail, but this sort of stuff costs time. Let's keep going. Guys, I am cold, I am miserable, and I am soaked. But I just reached the 38-kilometer mark. That means everything from now on will be a record, and this is kind of uplifting. But guys, this weather is killing me. Seriously, this is not fun. I've slowed down considerably. It's 3:37. I can see that the afternoon gets a little darker. Sunset will be soon, so I'll be hiking around 10 kilometers at night, but in the city, so it will not be completely pitch black. I cannot wait to get home, seriously. I cannot wait. 12 kilometers left. Luckily I planned this trail as a loop, so I'm actually going home now, which is also kind of uplifting. 40 kilometers. While I am proud of this, I'm also really exhausted. My legs hurt, my back hurts, everything hurts. I'm not as cold anymore because I sped up a bit. I still have enough energy left to walk. The problem is I can't really stop, so once I stop, things are seriously starting to hurt, and I have this hatred of traffic lights right now. It's getting dark, the sun is going to set in a couple of minutes, I think. I don't know what time it is, I can't be bothered to check my phone. But I'm still confident I can make it. 45.5 kilometers, guys. It's 5:15. 4.4 kilometers to go. I cannot wait. I'm exhausted. But there's no giving up anymore, right? I'm almost there. Guys, I made it. 50 kilometers in 11 hours and 20 minutes. I am exhausted, but still I highly recommend this. Set yourself a challenge, go through with it no matter what. I am so happy right now. That's all I have to say. I'm going to get home now, lie on the floor, sleep, I don't know. I don't know, probably gonna get myself something to eat and not move for a while. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope I'll see you next time.